All right. Hello, everybody. This is Alan Reltford. I am at West Clermont School District's offices. And West Clermont School District offices. I was attending an IEP meeting with my daughter. I am on live for my daughter to get aid services. Several police were called to wait for me, and I thought to attack me coming out of this IEP meeting. Several cops called for me while I was in an IEP meeting. I did nothing wrong. Nothing. And yet the police, Union Township Police Department, hold on, Emily, I don't know if you want to be on here, were called on me for attending my daughter's IEP meeting and demanding that I get aid support services for my daughter, which had been prevented. This officer, there was a third. Hey, Jody. So I'm at the school. My daughter has been out all year, and I'm at an IEP meeting for my daughter, and they called the police on me. Called the police on me because I demanded. Now they're leaving because I've made them very uncomfortable. I'll post a video where they say that they were called on me. Where they say that they were called on me. I support the blue. I back the blue, but what I don't back is police being called on parents who go to IEP meetings. Excuse me, officer. Can I have your name? Can you please identify yourself?
I'm Officer Bullock.
I'm sorry?
Officer Bullock.
All right. Thank you so much. Now they're leaving. They don't like to be on Facebook Live. They said they don't have to answer any questions. So, goodbye. Thank you very much. So, let me tell you what happened. So I'm in my daughter's IEP meeting. My daughter won't be returning back to the West Clermont. That's been established because of the abuses that went on there and the cover-ups and lies. I think I forgot my papers inside the look. They didn't leave. They're watching. So if you're just tuning in, 3 different police cruisers were called on me for attending my daughter's IEP meeting and demanding that she get aid support services at her new location because the location said that the district had to pay for it. Let's see, there they are. And the IEP meeting was to establish that my daughter is disabled because they said she wasn't disabled enough to honor her IEP and the aid support services that should have already been implemented and continuing on for the next year. They're not going to use the police to bully and harass me. They're not. I just don't care. I mean, they can try, but I'll call them out for it. Yeah, I always have to film. As soon as I walked out, I saw the police. I started filming, and I'll post if you guys want to see it. I'll post about or I'll post the video where the guy said that they were in fact called on me and that they were in fact waiting in the hallways outside the IEP meeting. This is disgusting. They used the sheriff before. I called him out on it. Now they want to use Union Township Police Department. I mean, I don't know what more I can say or do to show you guys how this district treats its parents and its families and its children. All I asked in the meeting was that when my daughter goes on to her next school, that this school be responsible for her aid services because it's a private school and it's required that the district pay for it because it's out of district and they don't provide those services. Nothing. I've never made a threat to anybody. I've never intended harm to anybody. I am a parent who wants my daughter, who has been out of school since October 16th, to be given a proper education and the services afforded to her under FAPE, under IDEA. This is where I'm at. I am disgusted that, again, I am being harassed and bullied by a police department at the behest of a school and a school district. I made no threats. That's why they couldn't do anything. I didn't do anything wrong. They were just called there to intimidate me. There's no other excuse for it. That's why they're sitting over there. And not over here arresting me. I've done nothing wrong. Imagine that. I'm at the district at an IEP meeting and I walk out to 3 police officers. Didn't we go through this before? I mean, I could have sworn there's a video. The sheriff's department, right? Three sheriffs escorted me from the property for demanding that my daughter's records be relinquished. I don't get it. What is so wrong with giving this kid exactly what was the MD license they were saying? Well, that's just it. Is so Jody, the person that stated that my daughter wasn't disabled enough to retain was their attorney, Lauren Anthony, with Eckler and Brecker, or Breckler and Eckler law offices. I actually filed a grievance against her for these things. Hold on, I got a copy of it here. And I requested that they have somebody else from their firm come in her place because of all of the different times that she's intentionally tried to antagonize me, and the conflict of interest of her, of the grievance I have against her that I have filed with the state. Give me 1 second. Bunch of papers here. Anyways, I'll post that as well.
See you later.
There's a lot of papers to go through. Here it is. Oh, no, that's not it either. Anyways, so I filed a grievance because in a previous IEP meeting, she read verbatim a settlement agreement that the only people allowed to have access or knowledge of was the people in attendance. And in the last IEP meeting, she read verbatim to everybody in the IEP meeting, which was Michelle Cruz, my daughter's science teacher, I can't remember her name, my daughter's occupational therapist, her speech therapist, Emily, my friend Emily. These are people that were not privy, but the attorney breached that agreement and read verbatim the terminologies that was prohibited, and in an effort to shame me for trying to settle, with the school, my daughter's ability to go elsewhere. I don't know what I have to do. I don't know what I have to say to get my daughter's needs met, but I am definitely not going to stop. I told them before I wasn't going to stop. My daughter's needs will be met, and her IEP will be honored, but I will not allow the police out of the office with my daughter's IEP meeting with the district and her teachers. It was an official IEP meeting. They had police officers. Sorry about that brief interruption. Yes, so I'm getting in my vehicle now. Because I am done with my business here. My daughter sliced her foot open last night, and I want to go be with her. On a phone charger, of all things. Stepped on a phone charger. I don't get it. Natalie's an important person to me. She's the most important person to me. They have abused my daughter this entire year. If a parent was to keep a child away from an education, they would have children's services called on them. The child would probably, with continued lack of educational services, they would probably lose custody of their kid. Charges would probably definitely be filed. So if they would do this to a parent, then how could they let a district get away with this? My daughter has not been in school since October 16th. The entire school year. I have met almost weekly with them, begging them to help me get her back on track. Get her in a different school.